Reflections gone. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I'm gonna take a snapshot and.
I did. Okay, let me try and get it going here in a rhythm. It just flows out.
Hey guys, welcome to kind of some behind the scenes footage. I'm helping out a friend, Jeff, with some promotion for a festival he's doing. So I'm gonna take you with me, or with us, behind the scenes and show you how we set everything up and how we shoot and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we're gonna shoot two spots, like a 15 to 20 second spot, and then a longer, like 60-second spot, using some of the footage we take here today and some B-roll footage that I've shot from previous festivals. So the first thing that I do is trying to find a nice looking frame before I set up any lights or reflectors, and this kind of makes it a lot easier to move everything around if you have to. There's so much behind the scenes footage from this shoot, so instead of having you watch like 90 minutes of footage, I'm gonna give you kind of the director's cut, if you may. And by the way, welcome to my uterum, like we say in Sweden. You might hear the rain coming down on the roof here. I hope it's not too disturbing on the audio. I'll do my best to EQ and run some noise reduction if that's the case. Got the Fujifilm X-T4. And on the Fujifilm X-T4, I'm using the Sigma 18-35 because we were doing both vertical and horizontal video on this shoot. And for vertical video, I tend to prefer to use a wider angle. And for those of you who want to know what camera settings I used, this was shot in f-log at 25 frames per second in all-I at ISO 640, which is the base ISO for the Fujifilm if you shoot in f-log. And since I'm in Sweden, I typically shoot 25 or 50 frames per second if I'm out on location, because there's always a chance that there's lights that I can't control somewhere in the background that may cause some flicker issues otherwise. So we're going to use the Godox VL150 for our key light. So we used a couple of different lights on this shoot, but the Godox VL150 is my kind of go-to COB light for key lights these days, and I'm super happy with both the build quality and the quality of light and everything on this particular light. And on this shoot we were somewhere between 70 and 80% depending on the shot and everything. So for these kind of smaller shoots, I think it's a pretty great option. When it comes to modifiers, I use this Triopo, which is kind of a quick release, quick setup octobox, and it's not as big as I would have wanted to be. So we did have some issues with reflections or flares on his glasses. So we did have to move it around a couple of times just to get it right. And this is obviously not as big of an issue if you're using a larger modifier, but then again, the ease of use when you're traveling around and setting things up and breaking down, yeah, I really like using these foldable softboxes, modifiers, whatever you want to call them. Behind Jeff, I placed these two TL30 tube lights from Godox, and they were down on the floor, and because of the shape of the tanks, these are so-called cylinder conical tanks, the light didn't quite make it all the way up to the sides of the tank itself. So you can see them here on this wider shot, but on the main angle they kind of got lost, so I wish I had some additional light stands with me. The rim light that I used on this shoot was my Godox SL60W, and I couldn't get it all the way behind Jeff because of the big tank over here, but it's out here on the side, and it's doing, yeah, it's more like a fill or a kicker maybe than a rim light. And maybe I should have put this light behind Jeff to light the background to get a bit more separation instead. Once we're done with the main shoot, I decided to bring in all the lights a bit closer, and we brought in this kind of step ladder here to create some super short product reels or product highlights with Jeff, just talking about the different beers that he produces, just because we had everything set up anyway and we were done and we had some extra time. We also took some separate product shots using the same setup and everything. So overall, I think we managed to do quite a lot on this shoot, which was kind of fun because originally I was out in my garden here shooting a review of this Triopo. I just brought everything over there and continued to shoot. So if you want to know more about this Triopo modifier, then let me know in the comment section down below and I'll make a separate video on that modifier and everything. And if you're interested in more lighting videos, you can check out this link over here or over there, where I used just 2 of these Godox TL30s to light an entire interview setup. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.